Good afternoon. This is Chris Robinson, Robinson Ag Marketing, with today's post-close grain and livestock comments for today, September 30th, 2025. Well, gotta dig right into it. Disappointment from the USDA, especially for wheat and corn. Lead off with corn. Just very surprising increase. 207 million bushels uh, bigger carryout than the average guess. Actually, since even last WASD. 195 million bigger than the average guess. So pretty bearish. The fact that corn settled only down 6 cents is probably a victory. You couldn't get much more negative than this. Um, the carryout is, increased. I think it looks like here by about 77 million. We're going to have quite a big carryout, north of 2 billion bushels. USDA in September, we have been 2.121. Looks like if you do the math, we're closer to 2.5. I'm going to dig into this later. This is just, digging through the numbers here at the end of the day. I will do my usual write up, but at the end of the day, nothing friendly about the core numbers, okay? A big higher and a huge miss, even for the average expert. Um, didn't change anything drastically in the beans. I guess that's a positive. The numbers were a little bit off, but nothing dramatic there. Although we did see, we're back down to testing $10, which we had talked about had been a risk heading into this report. So we are at 415 in D's corn, 1001 in November beans. Wheat was pretty disappointing. How the USDA found 450,000 extra acres in Texas alone of hardwood winter is something to really look into. It's amazing. I mean, nobody expected that. So they really didn't change the yields or anything drastically. They just found, over 700,000 more acres, 731,000. 450,000 of it was in Texas alone. That's really what I think was the surprising there as well for the wheat crop. So a higher carry out for wheat. Moving back to the corn real quick, just digging into the feed usage. They adjusted it. We're 26% lower than we were this time last year on feed usage. I thought that they might have adjusted it a little bit north from last year, but I think that was probably the biggest surprise. And at the end of the day, the fact that corn held in there at 415 only, I guess it's a bit of a victory. I will say this: if you look at what might have been, I guess it could have been worse. That's the best way to do it. I always try and be glass half full person. Luckily, the hedges that we have on are protecting us from feeling like we have to make cash sales. Most of you, if you work with me, had 420s to 410s. A lot of 410s we have on in D's corn, so we got that covered. November beans, we were anywhere from 1020 to 1010 on this going into this report. So again, we've got those to hold on to. And as far as the week goes, the fact that Kansas City is now under $5, that opens up, more selling there. So again, it's a good thing that if you've been working with me, you at least had the opportunity to have a hedge. I was looking at some of the hedges that I bought for November corn puts. I bought some 410s for some guys back there on the highs that were only 3 or 4 cents. So it's nice to have those now. At any time, we can turn around and start rallying. There's a seasonal trade out there. The reason we're looking at it doesn't come in until about the middle of October. So we'll see if we can bottom out in the next 2 weeks, maybe catch a little bit of a bounce. But no two ways about it. Negative day in the grains. Moving over to the livestock, say what you want about it, but cattle like the cheaper corn price. Fat cattle up a buck, 234.775, and Deese feeder cattle up over $5, up 547.5, settled at 359.35. So a good recovery there. Pressure in the hogs, which is interesting, right? We had a really good um, pig report last week. To see the hogs moving lower like this, it's probably a shot across the bow. If you're waiting to do something, I would definitely take a look at hedging hogs if you're long hogs and don't have anything on the books. Nobody sells the high, but we've been slipping lower. I think you've seen a lot of people come in and maybe do some hedging in the wake of that really friendly pig report we got last Thursday. So all in all, disappointing day from the USDA. Now the next thing is we're going to find out. October 9th we get a USDA. Are we going to get it if the government shuts down? We'll all find out together. So that's what I'd be looking at. We'll take a look at adjusting the hedges that we have on. It's also going to be time to start looking at 2026, kids. So, wish I'd had better news. Wish you'd had a better data dump from the USDA. We have to deal with the way things are, not the way we wish they were. And this is just a big crop coming in corn for this year, and I think that's what the market is, chewing through. This is Chris Robinson, Robinson Ag Marketing. Give me a call. There's plenty of stuff here to do. You don't have to spend a fortune. If you feel like you're back to a new corner, we can always look at some hedges that might make more sense for you. Vice versa. If you feel like you're just going to sell this stuff here, it's always a good idea to at least look at re-owning it 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the road. I've been doing this for 30 plus years now, 32, 33 years. You want to have that hedge on if and when the market turns, especially if you're selling when you really don't want to. Take a look at, re-ownership ideas. And again, we're not going to re-own it for the next week or two. No, but I want to make sure that if something changes in the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months, we are in a position to re-own bushels here that we're selling where, maybe we really wish we didn't have to. So on that, we'll wrap it up. This is Chris. Have a great rest of the day. Give me a call, 312-638-8868. Have a great night. Take care.